Right, very good afternoon from St. Patrick's CBC, and particularly to you as the boarding house parents and community. I just thought I'd take this opportunity to send you a personalised video just to, first of all, let you officially know where we're at and what the way forward is after our very traumatic fire in the boarding house. So the fire took place on Monday evening, sort of in the early hours, or sort of 20 past 11ish. And I must say that children were wonderful in terms of evacuating the property. They got out really quickly and they followed the normal drills that we instruct them to. So well done to them and the staff. And um, unfortunately, the fire was fairly extensive and the damage is quite bad. And the long-term prognosis is that we're going to have to rebuild that boarding house, and that's not a quick process. So the children were moved immediately that evening, uh, within a half an hour or so of the fire starting. They were moved to a motel called the Horseshoe, and they were comfortably left there, and had rooms, and they could have a shower and have some comfortable bed to sleep in. On Tuesday morning, we sent our, after breakfast, our pupil support staff, Dr. van Straten, and some of her assistants in that area, and they immediately started offering them some assistance and guidance. Um, we were fortunate that Girls High in Kimberley have a boarding house, and in fact, it's the building behind me, and the boarding house wasn't being used, and they agreed that we could use the boarding house, and I'm hoping that's going to be a longish term arrangement so that we can remain here. It's really comfortable. The rooms are good. There's lovely ablutions. The kitchen and dining hall is more than adequate, so they seem comfortable. The response from our community has been unbelievable. They've donated everything to try and make sure the children are comfortable. So they all have new sponsored bedding, their toiletries, their stationery, any books, their clothing. We've bought them, taken them to Woolworths to get underwear and socks and all that sort of stuff. And we're continuing making sure that they're looked after properly. We will be continuing with some emotional support for them. So they've already had a group debriefing session with Dr. Van Straten, and just coincidentally, her doctorate was done specifically on trauma counseling. So she is an expert in that field, and I know she said she's writing to the borders parents to make sure that they understand the process that she's going to be following to make sure that emotionally and socially and psychologically that they're taken care of. So the rebuilding process is going to take some time, and I can't see that that will be over before the end of the year. So it's going to be a long-term stay away from school, and but this is a really comfortable venue. It's not far. It's a couple of timed it the other day, and they said it's about an 8-minute walk, and it's not that far. And we also, if we need to, at times we can provide transport for them if the weather's not good or it's after hours and that. So we'll look after them in that respect. But I just would like to thank the parents for their understanding. Your support has been wonderful. I've phoned a couple of you, and I was trying to phone as many as I could, but unfortunately that's a massive job, and at the moment we just don't have the time and the manpower to do that. But thank you for everything. Hopefully you've had some clear communication from the boarding house staff, and obviously your children will be keeping in touch with you as well to let you know what's happening. But if you have any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to address those to the Mrs. DeBrain or any of the other staff in the hostel. And if you're not sure, you could come through to me with absolute pleasure. We're devoting all our time and attention to making sure that they're safe and sound, and are minimally disrupted because of the fire. But thank you again, and we'll keep in touch, and let's hope that something good comes out of a fire like this, and we end up having a wonderful boarding house that rises from the ashes in future. Thank you very much, and thank you for your patience.